Hello again, dearies. This is Kelly from the Book of Moons, and thank you for joining me for another one of our mini month ahead tarot readings. And as always, for those of you who might be joining me for the first time, these are just meant to be sort of quick to give you a little bit of guidance for the month ahead, but not intended to be any sort of an in depth reading. And this time I decided to use my Pam's Vintage again. I think this is the second appearance of my Pam's Vintage, but I just really love this deck so much and it calls to me often. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with it and use it again. I thought about introducing a different deck or doing something, using a new one that I hadn't featured before, but yeah, here we are. Maybe next time. Okay, so as always, I'll begin with a quick shuffle. And then we'll cut the cards. Okay. Okay, so this is interesting because it's election day here in the United States, and yesterday, this is the card I drew, the Eight of Swords, and I was really feeling this energy of sort of feeling trapped and helpless. You know, it's got a sense of powerlessness about it, and so this is sort of translating back into again into today. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Before I do that, I will say, let me just tell you for the people who are watching for the first time, the way I do these mini readings is the first card represents the goal for the month ahead. The second card represents the best way to get there, what you want to focus on. And then the last card represents any blockages that you should be on the lookout for or resistance of any kind. So taking it in that context, and again, this month is going to be interesting, no matter who wins the election here in the US. And I know it does affect those of you living in other parts of the world as well. But anyway, so to begin, the focus for the month ahead, and some of this will be a repeat of what I said in my Instagram post about this topic. This is a card of powerlessness and feeling trapped, but as you can see, her bindings are loose. The swords aren't particularly dug deep into the ground, just the tips are in and the way is open. So the idea behind this card is that you can free yourself, but you have to take off the blindfold. You have to release your bindings if you want to find a way out. So again, the focus for this month is to be looking at ways which you trap yourself. What are some of the ways where you keep yourself from moving forward, and what things can you let go or unbind yourself from if you want to move forward? The best way to do that, we have the King of Swords, and the King of Swords, that suggests that it's going to call for logic and strategy. You have to really think about ways in which you can free yourself, make a plan for that. Don't, this is a time for thinking with your head and not your heart. So try not to let yourself be overwhelmed with emotion. And then finally, things to be on the lookout for and what to avoid. This is a card of it's sort of it's denial. It's not facing truth. You know, she's got the blindfold on, she's holding the swords crossed at opposition. And so this message here is really to, and it sort of echoes what we have in the first card, is to take the blindfold off. If you want to, we have swords here. So this is definitely heavy on the logic and reason side of things for this month ahead. So in order to do that, you are going to have to really do some heavy thinking, meditating, journaling, whatever it is that you do to figure out where you want to be, and make sure you're getting a clear picture, that you're not in any kind of denial, or you're not just offering resistance for the sake of resistance, but that you have a clear way ahead, and a clear path to success. You want to channel that King of Swords energy. So, yeah, so there we have it, a really interesting read for this month ahead. I hope you enjoyed it. And if it resonated with you, please leave a comment below. It really does help my channel, and I truly appreciate your support. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.